Hello, Society Stitchers. I'm Katie.
I'm Laura.
And we are the Black Needle Society. And we are here for 12 days of stitching. So that can be Christmas or winter stitching or whatever you want to work on. If there's a goal you're trying to meet by the end of the year, this is great. Mom likes to list off all the different ways you can participate. You want to tell them?
Oh, I say that you can do 12 projects, 12 hours on a project, 12 minutes a day on a project, 1,200 stitches, 12 stitches a day, 12,000 stitches during the time. I don't know.
However you can interpret it. Mom's really good at coming up with them right on the spot. That's why I just put her on the spot there. But yeah, so this is what we host. So we did 13 stitches of Halloween. That's what Athena hosts. And then we started this for Christmas. So we hope that you'll play along with us. But we thought we would share what we're planning to stitch on during the month of December, just for the 12 days of stitching, because Mom might have a few extra.
I'm a little extra.
The other thing is we actually just got asked by our friend during a stitching night, do we do 12 days leading up to Christmas, or what's the timing? We start on December 1st, and we just say that you need to spend one day stitching on a project. So you need to,
that's what we do. Yeah.
So for me, that's like I need to spend at least an hour stitching on the project. So I normally give myself about 2 days per project and just try and work it in there.
And if I do that, then I would spend a lot of time on them. But I'm trying to get through all of my whips this year, so I will probably just spend one day or maybe a day and a half of stitching. And then I will use the rest of the time to do my other whips that you won't be seeing.
So you want to start?
Sure. I have mine all laid out and ready to go.
Mine are in no particular order.
Mine aren't either. Mine are from smallest to largest, actually.
Okay.
So my first one is Beggar's Christmas by Threadwork Primitives. I did not pull this out of the bag. And this one is kind of a long-term project for me. I'm doing it on a 40 count, picture this, plus linen. And I really love how it's looking, but it's slow going for me. So it'll be a while.
I remember that one from last Christmas. Okay.
I really like it.
My first one is, I don't even know the name, Santa Claus from Birds of a Feather. And he just makes me laugh. And this is on Sparrow, which is my absolute favorite ever fabric. And I have some saved, and I think I'm going to pull it out for him. We'll see.
Oh, so he is a new start.
Yes, he is a new start. I have 6 new starts this year.
Oh my goodness.
Because I finished 6 pieces last year.
Well, you were on it.
I had lots of room this year.
Okay, my next one. What kind of bag did you have?
I have a lot of mine in our Love You More sleeves, actually. So this one's from Rifle Paper Co. And it's been washed, so it's a little wrinkly. I never ironed it again. There you go.
My next one is Nick from Holly Designs. It's this little bitty Santa here. There you go.
He's tiny.
He is. And Katie said something to me not too long ago that she didn't feel like I stitched a lot of ornaments, and I really don't.
Yeah, it was more of a realization that Mom likes to stitch big things.
So, and I don't remember if it said something. No, I do think it said to do Smyrnas, but I love how the colors are looking. And I just pulled out colors that were in my stash. I'm using them for 2 or 3 different things in this magazine. And this one, Katie and I both love this sleeve.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I have that one in here, but yeah.
We called this one Miracle on 34th Street.
Yes, we did.
And it's just such a pretty one.
The ornament thing is funny though, because Mom has all of these all the ornament issues, and she gives me a bit of a hard time because like at our garage sale at our LNS, I picked up a couple of older ornament issues, and she's like, I have those. And I'm like, yeah, but I never get to see them.
I mean, they're all in one spot.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's part of her stash, and so I'm buying for my stash and the things that I like. So but yeah, it was kind of funny.
You ready?
Yep. Okay. Next up, I have Jack Frost's Tree Farm by Little House Needleworks. So this is actually a multi-part design, but I think I'm only going to do this first part because I really like this.
I love that you could do it separately.
Yeah. but I don't even know how many parts there are to this, but I just remember there were a lot when we bought this a couple of years ago. So
And
yeah,
this sleeve, one of our mini plaids.
yes. And it has some silver foiling going on there.
So next up for me is Early Christmas Morning from Blackbird Designs. I'm doing the drum top right now. That's just where I started. I have a great big piece of fabric, so I have plenty to do this. And that's how far I am.
Well, it's because you have to do the really long piece for the side of it too.
Yes. So there are a lot of things in here to do. And yep.
Mom and I started that the same year, but she kicked my butt and I put it away for a couple of years now.
It's in timeout, huh?
It is. It's in timeout.
And this one is
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
I was trying to think what part of the song it was, and inside it are the words to the song. That's what I was peeking at in there. Okay.
My next one is You Melt My Heart by Annie B's Folk Art.
So cute. That's a ginormous snowman.
It's so cute. Well, I stitched the suicidal snowman last year, so I had to get a new one. This one is the Lovey Snowman. There you go.
And I like that you can do the little extra bits.
Yeah, I think it's adorable. And then I have it in this sleeve, which I really love. I love the vintagey kind of Christmas things.
My next one is Home for Christmas from Plum Street Samplers. This was part of the club from Dying to Stitch, and we picked it up there when we were on our road trip. I have this much done, so I have the windows and things on the house. We'll see where I get to this year. And this is not in anything else yet other than this crinkly bag.
And are you keeping the colors the same, or are you going to change any of them?
No, I'm leaving it. I'm using what was in here. So
I'm stitching this too, but I saw the colors completely different than how they photographed. And so when I kitted it and I saw things, I was like, I want like the gray I thought was like a more blue color. And I just felt like things I wanted to be a little more wintry. So I am also stitching it, not as part of my 12 days, but I'm stitching it in just my own colorway. My Plum Street for the season is This Joyous Season.
Is this a new start?
It is. It was just released like last year at the end of the season. And I think I am going to do the Australian flag. That's for our friends Chloe and Felicity. I'm going to keep that for you.
And Liz.
Right? And Liz, yes. However, I find it hilarious that there is snow apparently in Australia during Christmas. I'm just saying.
Oh, and Pippa. Who's not technically in Australia, but close enough.
We had a whole geography discussion while packing the nice list box with one of our helpers who's in middle school about Australia and New Zealand and Tasmania and how everything. Yeah, it was fun.
My next one is Rose Air Blooming from Summerhouse Stitchworks. I love this song. That's one of my favorite Christmas carols. And I last year managed to get my border to meet up, and I started on the red bits going around. So we'll see what else I get done with that. And I have it in, did we call this the Dashwoods?
I think so, yeah.
So it's just a pretty sleeve.
My next piece is Peace and Light by Satsuma Street. I actually have a paper copy of this somewhere, but I've lost it. So I bought a new copy this morning and downloaded it. And so this is kind of a funny one because when we first got wholesale access, I bought some Satsuma things for giveaways for our retreats and things. I got so excited because I got access to her whole library and it's beautiful. And I bought a bunch of copies of this pattern because I was like, oh, it'll be great for like a Christmas time giveaway during our retreats. I did not see that it was a menorah. And that it has the Star of David on the wing, and they're in the photo there are actually dreidels in here. Like I missed all the hints. I just thought it was a beautiful festive bird.
It is a gorgeous project,
but it's kind of the project that makes us giggle just because I totally didn't see it. And our friend Beth is actually going to be starting it this year, and I love this pattern anyway, and I'm like, I'm gonna stitch it. So I'm gonna maybe
You're just
stitch
gonna
along with Beth. Yeah.
celebrate all the Christmas, all of the holiday
All the
events.
holidays. Yes. So this fits into the Christmas and winter for me.
There you go. Okay, my next one. Oh, so you don't have that in anything yet. My next one is Silent Night from Cottage Needleworks. And I started this one last year on this piece of fabric from Silk Weaver. And I got that far, pretty good. We'll see where I get this year with it. And I have in this beautiful bag that when Nancy and I were filming, one of our viewers in Australia or in New Zealand actually sent this to us. Look at this, all the bling. And inside it has all the words. So such a pretty one.
My next piece is going to be Humbug from our Christmas Carol book by Liz Mathews. And I'm covering the other page because it actually has the whole chart. So there we go.
Well, how appropriate, because my next one is First Day of Christmas Sampler and Tree by Liz Mathews. Hello. Hello from Liz Mathews. And I'm doing the sampler version, but I'm doing kind of a combination of colors, just colors that I like. And that's where I am. And I'm doing this on some Tula Pink fabric that has peacocks. That works, right?
Mm-hmm. I have a visitor now. And she's on top of my next project. So my next project is the Christmas wreath from Frosted Pumpkin, which I have a picture of the final project here. And this is one that I have been working on. This is a custom sleeve from Love You More that I had Mom make me because I found the fabric and fell in love. So, really, Pia, you got some comments on this? You like it too? Yeah. Okay. This is where I'm at right now.
You're doing good.
It was kind of my when I have 5 seconds piece this year, and I just tried to make a little bit of progress and just keep it going.
And there are so many little bits with it and the fill-in and that you can do something like that with it.
So I really enjoyed working on this throughout the year though, and I'm looking forward to pulling it back out this Christmas.
My next one is Christmasland by Raise the Roof. And Katie actually bought this one for me. Mm-hmm. And I can't tell you what kind of fabric this is on. Pretty fabric, but I am that far. So I'm about halfway with the words, but I have more than halfway to go with the houses and things. I really love this one though. So I'm hoping that it gets a lot of attention.
And this was a charity piece, right?
Yes. When Katie got it, so I love this. It's in the Snoopy. When Katie bought it for me, this was one of the things that Teresa was doing to raise money for the local animal shelter. Mm-hmm. So,
then I have another Satsuma. I think it's Deck the Halls, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because didn't we have multiple Deck the Hall projects?
Yes, we did
last year.
So there we go. And then this is my progress after like 3 years on this thing. This is my progress. Hopefully I will get to make more progress this year. I think my problem is that this fabric is dark and it just takes me a hot minute to get going when I do pull it out. So, but I'm really liking how it's turning out on this. Yeah.
I love it on the purple. Isn't this one called Deck the Halls?
Yes, it is.
So this is Deck the Halls from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And Katie and I had each started it, and they were both on Snowflake fabrics.
Yes.
I started at the bottom, and this is how far I am. So I need to get the rest of that gingerbread man built, and then I can move up a little. I'll start on presents and bake. And it's in this cute.
My next piece is actually one that I pulled out of mothballs. It's from before I stopped stitching. It got a little beaten up when I put it in here. it is from it's in the Home for the Holidays book from Blackbird Designs. But I was originally stitching off of Mom's original pattern. But when I bought this book, I just returned her pattern to her, and I'm stitching from this copy now. There we go. So this is the piece. And it is Blessings Be Thine. I can show you the other page. I was like, I don't know if there's pattern on that page. I didn't check before I opened it. So yeah, all my stuff is loose. I just have random thread in here. I like this is a bit of a hot mess, but that's my big start from when I was younger.
Very cool.
I believe it's R&R fabric because that's really what our LNS at the time carried.
A lot of,
and it's kind of coffee dyed. Like I can see some brown in there. So I'm excited to get back to it. I am wondering if I'm actually going to have enough supplies. I'm really hoping I do because dye lots change.
They're old enough that
yeah,
you might have to worry about it. You want to show them what you have this in?
I have this in my A Christmas Story book sleeve. Because I love this movie.
Dad and major award.
I didn't like this movie until we did some piecework for one of Mom's friends when I was in college. And it was on TBS on a loop while we were working on it. And Dad and I just left it on and we watched it over and over and over and over in one sitting. And after a while, it just wears you down and you like it.
Hasn't happened to me yet. My next one is, it doesn't say, I think it's called My Christmas List by Silver Creek Samplers, but it doesn't say it on the front.
She normally puts it on the
back.
key.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this one I'm doing on a piece of Heavenly Creations fabric that one of my friends had sent me. And I made some great progress last year. So I have that bottom section done. I think I'm about a third of the way through this.
I had started on this one, but I was not enjoying it because my fabric was 40 count and it was just tedious to stitch on. So I want to get some new fabric and restart it at some point, but I didn't want to rush it this year.
So mine is in this beautiful Project Bags by Judy. She has a Facebook group and we loved this fabric. We actually had this for book sleeves last year and she put peppermints inside. Very cute.
Okay, I have to find the right pattern here.
Oh, you have more than one thing in there.
It's because it is part of a 3-part series.
Oh, okay.
Holly and Hearts, mystery sampler by Lizzie Kate. Whoop, there we go. I'm just gonna attack the camera with my pattern there. So I started this one last year and I moved really fast. I was surprised and I really enjoyed working on it. So this was my start last year.
That's really pretty.
Oh, and I believe I know this is Needle Bling, and this is Butter Crunch.
One of Katie's favorite fabrics right now.
I love it.
So she just can't get enough of that.
That's why I sent it to you all in September.
And you have it in.
Oh, another Love You More sleeve. It's the Nutcracker one.
So cute. My next one is Reindeer Dreams by Rosewood Manor. I just love this with all the reindeer all around.
Well, when we picked this up on our trip.
Yep. This is on 32 count Arctic Glacier Seraphim fabric. And it is, I don't think you'll get it today, but it is beautiful,
Are
beautiful.
You showing
fabric.
The front? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I looked and made sure they were laying out right. Yep. And I made it across the width of the piece. So
I just remember the shop had gorgeous selection of seraphim fabrics.
We stood petting things.
Yes.
And the shop is not there anymore.
Is the shop not there? I know they were selling the shop, but I don't know if the shop got closed or if it just got passed.
I don't know. And this is what mine is in. This was like all the colors for me.
Okay, here's my other mothballs project. It is Holly Jolly Christmas. I was going to call it Joymas for some reason. Holly Jolly Christmas from Sisters and Best Friends, who is Amy Brucken now.
Yes, Amy Brucken Designs is one half of that design team.
I started this forever ago. I don't think I have a huge start on it, but I know I have the swirl going. Yeah. have the swirl going, and I'm doing my own colors, and I kind of stitched to my own beat when I was younger.
You did. Katie was very much whatever I feel like today.
So it's gonna be fun decoding a couple of these.
And to see where things really
Yes.
should be.
And this is in this Levymore sleeve.
All the poinsettias. My last one is Repeat the Sounding Joy by Kathy Barrick. Because if you're doing a Kathy Barrick, you need to, if you're doing a Hello from Liz Mathews, you need to have a Kathy Barrick going too. At least in our world.
I don't have a Kathy Barrick going for this.
Well, you probably have one close to being kitted up, don't you? And I could open this up and show you what I've done is more of this little white line all the way across, but I started filling in the color, which I'm using the silks that they called for, but the silks look very blue on here and very green in mine. So
I have a Kathy for my last project.
and mine is in this beautiful bag, another Project Bags by Judy.
I have a Kathy Haberman.
Oh, okay. Well, it would not be a Christmas for Katie without Kathy Haberman.
Without my flamingos. It is the third and final pattern in the flamingo series. I really hope she does more of these. I don't know what she would do, to be entirely honest, but I have loved stitching on these every year. And I seem to finish one a year, and it just makes me feel good.
You should have had your scarf on today.
I should have. I even have the scarf. I have the needle minder for this. I just fell in love with these when she released them. I think I even have flamingo scissors down in here. This project is just really fun for me when I pull it out and get to work on it. So
awesome.
And it's in my Christmas flamingo bag.
And that is all 12 of our projects. Like we said, I'll have some other things. I think I have another 5 or so that are part of the month, and then I have some that I work on all the time, every month. So
and I'd like to get to a couple more in that Christmas Carol book, but we will see. If I only get to do one a year, I think that'll be okay. But if I can eke in a little bit of a start on one, I'd be okay with that too.
Well, I do know that if you wanted to do another one from there, the summer house piece is pretty small, so you could whip that one out too.
So that is it. We hope you will join us. This starts December 1st. Come up below and let us know if you're going to stitch along and if you're going to participate on Instagram or FlossTube so we can check it out. And that's it.
And which projects that we showed were your favorites? And we will be doing our Black Needle Nice List unboxing along with this every day.
So we will be we'll be opening the item, and then we'll be sharing some insights into why the item's in there, or backstory, or things about the maker, or whatever, because I only get this much space on your spoiler card.
Yes.
Oh, and one last thing, because this is going to go up in time. We will be having a Stitch with Us this month. It is currently November. And we'll be having a Stitch with Us on Black Friday. So check that out. We'll be posting to both our Facebook group and Instagram with the times and information on that. And we'll be coming back the next day on Saturday for another Stitch with Us. And that starts at 6 p.m. Central Time.
Is that Small Shop Saturday? Yeah. I think that's what it is. Small Shop Saturday. So
we'll also be posting unboxings on our Instagram throughout the month of December. So if you want to see what's in the box there too, you can. I believe that's it. I swear this time. So we will see you guys in December. Bye.